In the beginning, before the world was as we know it, the first whispers of the lion echoed across the primeval African plains. The land was a tapestry of shifting shadows and golden light, where the dawn brought with it the promise of new life and the silent tread of ancient beasts. Around 2 million years ago, the ancestors of the lion emerged from the shadows of time, their bones now fossilized in the earth, silent witnesses to an age of giants. These early lions belonged to the mighty Panthera lineage, a family of predators whose roars would one day shake the continents. The world was changing. Lush forests gave way to endless savannas as the climate grew colder and drier. The land itself seemed to breathe and shift, opening vast grasslands beneath a sky of endless blue. In this new world, survival demanded adaptation. The ancient lions, once creatures of the forest, learned to master the open plains, their senses sharpening, their bodies growing lean and powerful. Here, beneath the burning sun, the lion's journey truly began. Each step across the savanna was a step into legend, as the lion evolved into a creature of strength, grace, and cunning. As the world shifted, so too did the lion, from playful cub to majestic adult. Each generation carried the lessons of survival, their bodies and minds shaped by the relentless demands of the wild. The open grasslands favored those who could unite. In the heart of the savanna, the first prides were born, families bound not just by blood but by the unspoken laws of cooperation and trust. Unlike their solitary kin, these early lions discovered the power of unity. Together they could bring down the mightiest prey, their coordinated hunts a dance of silent signals and shared purpose. Living as one, they became rulers of the grasslands, able to defend their realm from all challengers, their roars a warning that echoed for miles. Over countless generations, this spirit of cooperation became the lion's greatest strength, woven into the very fabric of their being. In the golden light of dawn and dusk, the lion stood as a living symbol of power and resilience, shaped by the fires of adversity and the endless cycles of the natural world. The stones and bones of the earth tell the lion's story, a tale of expansion, adaptation, and survival against all odds. Once lions roamed far beyond the African plains, their presence felt across continents, from the sun-baked savannas to the shadowed forests of distant lands. In the frozen north, the mighty cave lion prowled through the icy darkness, its mane thick and wild, its eyes burning with ancient fire. Across the vast plains of a primeval continent, the American lion reigned supreme, a shadow among shadows, unmatched in size and strength. These ancient cousins were giants, their power unrivaled, their presence a force that shaped the fate of every creature around them. But as the ice retreated and the world warmed, many of these great lions faded into legend, leaving behind only the African lion to carry their legacy forward. Today the lion stands as a living relic, a bridge between the ancient world and the present, its gaze holding the secrets of ages past. Each roar is a song of survival, a mythic call that stirs the heart of the savanna and reminds all who hear it of the lion's ancient power. The lion's story is written in the shifting sands and the bones beneath the earth, a saga of adaptation, endurance, and the relentless will to thrive. In every golden eye, in every silhouette against the setting sun, lies the memory of a world long vanished and the promise of a future yet unwritten. To understand the lion is to glimpse the ancient heart of the wild, a creature born of myth and evolution, crowned by nature as the eternal king of beasts. In the world of the lion, males and females are built for different yet equally vital roles. Their lives are a complex dance of power, grace, and survival. The male lion is a picture of raw power and majesty. He is significantly larger, weighing anywhere from 330 to a staggering 550 pounds. His very presence is designed to intimidate rivals and protect his family. His roar, echoing across the savanna, is a declaration of dominance, a warning to intruders, and a call to his pride. The most defining feature, of course, is his magnificent mane. This thick ruff of hair is far more than just decoration. It is a shield protecting his neck and throat during ferocious territorial battles with other males. The size and darkness of a mane can signal a male's health and fighting prowess to both potential mates and would-be challengers, a clear and visible symbol of his strength. In the heat of battle, the mane absorbs blows, giving him a crucial edge in the fight for dominance. The lioness, by contrast, is a model of sleek efficiency and agility. She is smaller and lighter than the male, typically weighing between 260 and 400 pounds. Her movements are a ballet of precision, each step calculated, each muscle honed for the hunt. Her lack of a mane and more streamlined body are not weaknesses, but rather perfect adaptations for her primary role as the pride's hunter. Without the bulky mane, she can move more quietly through the tall grass and is better able to dissipate heat during a strenuous chase under the hot African sun. Her build allows for greater flexibility and speed in short bursts, crucial for ambushing and bringing down fast-moving prey. She is the silent shadow, the unseen force that strikes with deadly precision. She is the engine that feeds the pride, a hunter of unparalleled skill and grace. Her success in the hunt ensures the survival of her cubs and the strength of the pride. Each hunt is a testament to her patience, her strategy, and her relentless drive. Beyond their physical differences, the coat of both male and female lions serves a critical purpose. Its tawny golden color is a masterpiece of natural camouflage. It allows them to blend seamlessly into the dry grasses and scrubland of the savanna, making them nearly invisible to their prey. This ability to disappear into the landscape is essential for their stalking hunting style, which relies on getting incredibly close before launching an attack. The art of the hunt is a delicate balance of patience and power, a game of life and death played out in the tall grasses of the savanna. The coat also helps them regulate their body temperature in an environment where the heat can be punishing, sometimes soaring above 104 degrees Fahrenheit. In the shade of an acacia tree they find respite from the relentless sun, their bodies perfectly adapted to the extremes of their environment. It is a simple yet perfect design for survival in their sun-scorched kingdom. As the sun sets, casting long shadows across the savanna, the lions prepare for the night, their golden coats blending into the twilight. Together, the male and female lion represent a perfect partnership, a division of labor that has ensured their success for millennia. Their bond is the cornerstone of the pride, a union of strength and strategy. The male is the guardian, the walking fortress whose very appearance deters threats. His vigilance is unwavering, his presence a constant reminder of the pride's strength. The lioness is the provider, the agile athlete who sustains the family with her hunting prowess. Her dedication to the pride is evident in every hunt, every meal brought back to her cubs. They are two sides of the same coin, each perfectly suited to their task. Their interactions are a blend of affection and duty, a partnership that has stood the test of time. It is this combination of brute strength and calculated grace that makes the lion pride such a formidable force on the African plains, a testament to how different strengths can combine to create an unbreakable whole, a true dynasty of the savanna. As the sun rises, casting a golden hue over the landscape, the pride moves as one, a symbol of unity and power in the heart of Africa. The lion pride is the very heartbeat of the savanna, a living tapestry woven from kinship, loyalty, and the relentless rhythm of survival. Each day as the sun rises over the golden grasslands, the pride awakens together, their world defined by the bonds that tie them to one another. At the core of this society are the lionesses, sisters, mothers, daughters, aunts, whose lives are intricately entwined. These females form the foundation of the pride, raising their cubs communally, sharing the burdens and joys of motherhood. Cubs tumble and play beneath the watchful eyes of not just their mothers, but aunts and older siblings, each lioness contributing to the safety and upbringing of the young. Grooming sessions are a daily ritual, reinforcing the deep bonds between pride members. With gentle licks and nuzzles, the lionesses reaffirm their unity, soothing tensions and strengthening the social fabric that holds the group together. These moments of affection are as vital as any hunt or battle, for they ensure harmony within the pride. Overseeing this matriarchal world are the pride males, often brothers or close allies, who serve as both protectors and rulers. Their presence is both reassuring and formidable, a living shield against the dangers that lurk beyond the pride's territory. While the male's reign may be fleeting, challenged by rivals and the passage of time, the sisterhood of lionesses endures. Their shared history and cooperation provide the pride with a sense of continuity, a living legacy passed from one generation to the next. The size of a pride ebbs and flows with the fortunes of the land. In times of abundance, when prey is plentiful and waterholes brim, the pride may swell to impressive numbers, a formidable force moving as one across the plains. Most prides number between 5 and 15, but in the richest territories they can grow to 30 strong. Each member has a role to play, from the youngest cub to the oldest matriarch. Cooperation is the pride's greatest weapon. Lionesses hunt together, using silent signals and practiced formations to stalk and ambush their prey. Each hunt is a lesson for the cubs, who watch and learn the skills they will one day need to survive. United, the pride can defend its territory against intruders, nomadic lions seeking to claim land, or rival predators like hyenas eager to steal a meal. Their strength lies not just in numbers, but in their unwavering loyalty to one another. Together they can bring down prey that would be impossible for a lone hunter: buffalo, giraffe, and even the mighty zebra. Each successful hunt is a celebration, a feast that nourishes the pride and cements their unity. The pride moves as a single entity, a fortress of muscle and instinct. Whether traveling to a new hunting ground or seeking shade in the heat of the day, their movements are coordinated, each member attuned to the needs of the group. Life within the pride is a delicate dance of hierarchy and cooperation. Dominance is established through subtle gestures and occasional displays of force, but it is balanced by the need for harmony and mutual support. At a kill, the dominant lionesses and males eat first, their status unquestioned. Yet even the lowest-ranking members are fed, and the cubs are always watched over, their needs never forgotten. The pride males patrol the boundaries, marking their territory with scent and sound. Their deep roars echo across the plains, a warning to all who would dare challenge their rule. These roars are more than a show of strength. They are a declaration of ownership, a promise of protection to the pride, and a threat to any would-be usurpers. Ever vigilant, the males keep watch from the edges of the group, their golden eyes scanning for danger. They are the sentinels, the guardians who ensure that the pride remains safe and strong. At the heart of the pride's future are the cubs, playful, curious, and endlessly energetic. Their days are filled with games and mock hunts, each pounce and tumble a lesson in the art of survival. Yet their world is fraught with peril. The lionesses guard them fiercely, keeping them hidden from predators and rival lions, teaching them the ways of the pride through every interaction. The greatest threat to the cubs often comes from within their own kind. When new males challenge for control, the pride is thrown into turmoil, and the fate of the youngest hangs in the balance. In the aftermath of a takeover, the new rulers may eliminate the cubs, sired by their predecessors, a harsh act that ensures their own lineage will thrive. The lionesses, resilient and adaptive, must quickly adjust to the new order. Their loyalty shifts, and soon the cycle of life begins anew, with new cubs born to the pride's latest kings. This is the reality of the pride, a world of fierce love and fierce competition, where every day is a testament to the strength of family, the power of unity, and the unending struggle for survival in the savage kingdom. In the heart of the savannah, cooperation is the invisible thread that weaves a lion pride into a single, formidable force. Each member, from the youngest cub to the most seasoned matriarch, is bound by a silent pact, one that transforms a collection of individuals into a living, breathing kingdom. Nowhere is this unity more vital than in the two pillars of pride life: the relentless pursuit of prey and the nurturing of the next generation. These are not just tasks, but rituals of survival, performed with a precision honed by countless generations. As dusk settles and shadows stretch across the grasslands, the lionesses gather, their bodies low and eyes fixed. They are the pride's hunters, and their strength lies not in individual might, but in the choreography of their teamwork. Each hunt is a masterclass in strategy. The lionesses do not simply charge, instead they move with purpose, fanning out in a crescent, each one knowing her place in the unfolding plan. Some slip silently through the grass, circling wide to cut off escape routes, while others wait, poised in ambush. The chosen prey, often a powerful buffalo or a swift antelope, is surrounded. The air is thick with tension as the lionesses communicate through flicks of their tails, a twitch of an ear, or a subtle shift in posture, signals that orchestrate the attack without a single sound. In this silent ballet, every lioness plays her part. Some drive the prey forward, others lie in wait, ready to spring. Their coordination is so seamless it seems almost telepathic, a testament to the deep bonds and mutual understanding that define the pride. But the spirit of cooperation does not end with the hunt. It extends into the very heart of the pride, the nursery where the future of the dynasty is cradled. Here the raising of cubs is a communal affair. Lionesses share the duties of nursing, grooming, and guarding the young, creating a fortress of care and vigilance. The den echoes with the gentle rumble of purrs and the playful squeals of cubs, watched over by a circle of devoted mothers. Often the females synchronize their births so that a creche of cubs, tiny, spotted, and full of mischief, grow up side by side. This synchrony is no accident. It is a strategy, ensuring that no cub is left behind and that every mother has allies in the demanding task of rearing the young. With so many mothers, the responsibilities of feeding and protection are shared. If one lioness must leave to hunt, others step in, nursing her cubs as if they were their own, blurring the lines of motherhood for the sake of the pride's future. It is not uncommon to see cubs suckling from a lioness who did not give them birth. This generosity ensures that every cub, regardless of its mother's fate on the hunt, has a chance to grow strong and healthy. The vigilance of the group is unyielding. Lionesses take turns standing guard, their eyes scanning the horizon for danger. Together they form a living shield, pooling their strength and senses to protect the vulnerable from lurking threats. While the males may not join the hunt or tend to the cubs, their role is no less vital. They are the sentinels, the guardians of the pride's domain. Day and night the males patrol the boundaries, their presence a warning to all who would threaten the pride. Their roars echo across the plains, a declaration of ownership and a promise of protection. When danger approaches, be it a rival coalition or a prowling predator, the males are the first line of defense. They fight with ferocity, risking injury and even death to keep their families safe, ensuring the pride's territory remains a sanctuary. A pride led by strong, stable males is a pride that thrives. Their leadership brings order, their strength brings security, and their presence allows the lionesses to focus on the vital work of hunting and nurturing. The harmony between the males and females is the foundation of the pride's success. Each member, whether hunter, guardian, or nurturer, plays a role in the intricate web of survival. This profound cooperation is the secret to the lion's reign. It is what allows them to stride across the savanna with confidence, to rest in the open with the assurance of safety in numbers. Alone, a lion is a formidable creature, but together, united by bonds of blood and loyalty, the pride becomes an unstoppable force, capable of feats no single lion could ever achieve. After the hunt, the pride gathers to share the spoils. There is a ritual to the feast. Dominant males eat first, followed by the lionesses and then the cubs. Even in this, there is order, a reflection of the social bonds that hold the pride together. Through this intricate web of alliances, the pride can take down prey many times their size, defend their territory against all challengers, and weather the harshest seasons. Their strength lies not in the individual, but in the collective. As the sun sets and the pride gathers close, nuzzling and grooming one another, it is clear their kingdom is built on cooperation, on the unbreakable bonds of family and purpose. In this world together, they are truly more than the sum of their parts, a dynasty united and a legacy that endures. The lion hunt is honestly a masterclass in predatory strategy, a perfect blend of stealth, explosive power, and immense patience. Lions are most active at dawn and dusk, using the low light of twilight to their advantage. These times of day cloak their movements, making them nearly invisible to their prey. Their eyesight is really remarkable, allowing them to see up to 6 times better in the dark than a human can. This nocturnal vision transforms the night into their hunting ground. This gives them a significant edge over their prey, which often has poorer night vision. The prey animals, though alert, are at a disadvantage in the dim light. They also possess an incredibly keen sense of smell to detect animals from a great distance, and sharp hearing that can pick up the faintest rustle in the grass, helping them to locate and track their next meal with precision. The hunt itself is, well, a game of waiting. Lions can lie motionless for hours, their patience as much a weapon as their claws and teeth. Lions are not endurance runners. They are built for short, powerful bursts of speed. This means they must be strategic, conserving their energy for the perfect moment. Because of this, they must get incredibly close to their quarry before they strike. The closer they get, the higher their chances of a successful kill. This requires a slow, deliberate stalk, often lasting for a considerable time. Each step is measured, each movement calculated to avoid detection. The lionesses, the primary hunters, use every dip in the terrain and every patch of vegetation for cover, moving with ghost-like silence. Their coordination and teamwork are crucial. They inch forward, belly to the ground, freezing instantly if their prey looks up. This freeze-frame tactic is a testament to their discipline and training. Their goal is to close the distance to within about 30 feet, the optimal range from which to launch their devastating final assault. This proximity is the difference between a meal and an empty stomach. When the moment is right, the attack is swift and brutal. The lion explodes from its hiding place, a blur of muscle and fury. A lion can explode from its hiding place, reaching a top speed of around 35 miles per hour in just a few seconds. This burst of speed is a marvel of nature's engineering. This burst of acceleration is designed to overwhelm the prey before it has a chance to react and escape. The element of surprise is their greatest ally. As they close the distance, they use their powerful forelimbs and 1.5-inch retractable claws to latch onto the fleeing animal, pulling it off balance and dragging it to the ground. This initial impact is a display of sheer physical force, the culmination of the patient stalk in a wave of controlled violence. The prey's struggle is often brief but intense. The final act is delivered with lethal precision. The lion's jaws clamp down with unyielding force. A lion's jaws are immensely powerful, capable of generating a bite force of 1,000 pounds per square inch. This power is the final arbiter of life and death. Their long, sharp canine teeth are not just for tearing flesh, but are designed to deliver a fatal blow. Each bite is a calculated strike, depending on the size of the prey. The killing bite is aimed at the throat to crush the windpipe and suffocate the animal, or at the nape of the neck to sever the spinal cord. Each method is a testament to their adaptability and skill. It is a swift, efficient, and powerful end, the final deadly flourish in the art of the hunt, securing the food that will sustain the entire pride. Even in failure, each hunt is a lesson, a step towards the next successful kill. The African savanna may look golden and serene, but for the lions who call it home, every day is a test of endurance and willpower. Despite their formidable strength and the intricate teamwork that defines their hunts, the life of a lion is a relentless struggle against the odds. The hunt itself is a perilous dance, one that demands patience, silence, and perfect coordination. Each step through the whispering grass is a gamble, as the pride inches closer to their quarry, muscles tensed, hearts pounding. Their prey, zebra, antelope, buffalo, are not just fast but ever watchful, their senses honed by generations of survival. A single misstep, a snapped twig, and the entire herd erupts into a stampede, leaving the lions with nothing but dust and disappointment. Even when the lions close in, danger is everywhere. A zebra's kick can shatter a lion's jaw, leaving it unable to hunt, a slow sentence to starvation. A buffalo, when cornered, becomes a force of nature, its horns capable of goring and killing even the most experienced hunter. Many lions bear scars, limps, and broken teeth, each a testament to the risks they face. Every hunt is a high-stakes contest, where a single mistake can mean a crippling injury or days without food. The savanna is littered with the stories of failed hunts and the silent suffering that follows. In truth, the odds are rarely in their favor. Only 3 or 4 hunts out of every 10 end in success. The rest end in exhaustion, hunger, and the slow erosion of strength. For every meal that fills their bellies, there are 2 or 3 failed attempts that sap their energy and test their resolve. But even victory brings new challenges. The moment a kill is made, the air fills with the scent of blood, a silent signal that draws eyes from every corner of the savanna. A single adult lion must consume around 15 pounds of meat each day just to maintain its strength. For the pride, a successful hunt is a lifeline, a brief respite from hunger. The pride gathers, each member desperate for their share, knowing that the feast may be short-lived. The commotion attracts scavengers, vultures circling overhead, and, more ominously, the cackling calls of hyenas echoing across the plains. Hyenas, organized and relentless, gather in numbers, their eyes fixed on the prize. They are not mere opportunists, but fierce competitors, ready to risk injury for a chance at the spoils. When hyenas outnumber the lions, they become bold, circling closer, their growls rising to a fever pitch. The pride is forced to defend its meal, teeth bared, claws unsheathed, every muscle ready for battle. These confrontations are brutal, snarling, biting, and slashing, with injuries on both sides. Sometimes the lions prevail. Other times they are driven off. Wounded and hungry, a hard-won meal can be lost in moments, forcing the pride to abandon their kill and begin the exhausting cycle anew. Each defeat leaves them weaker, every wound a reminder of the constant peril that shadows their existence. The land itself is unforgiving. The dry season transforms the savanna into a vast, parched expanse, where prey animals vanish in search of water and the lions must travel farther and farther to find food. Herds migrate, leaving behind only the toughest, most elusive prey. The pride's journey becomes a marathon, each mile draining their reserves. Under the relentless sun, the lions press on, their paws burning on the cracked earth, their bodies growing thinner with each passing day. In times of drought, the pride is pushed to its limits. Weakened by hunger and thirst, even the strongest hunters struggle to bring down prey. The searing heat is a constant adversary, forcing the lions to seek shade and conserve what little energy they have left. That is why the pride is most active at dawn and dusk, when the air is cool and the shadows long, giving them a fleeting advantage. The midday sun is merciless, sapping their strength and making any attempt at hunting a draining ordeal. A hunt under the blazing sun is a desperate move, often ending in failure and further exhaustion. Dust storms and sudden changes in weather add to their trials, turning the open plains into a battleground against the elements. Even within the pride, the struggle continues. The kill is a source of tension as each lion fights for its share, tempers flaring and claws flashing. A strict hierarchy governs the feast. The dominant males eat first, their size and power ensuring they claim the choicest cuts. The lionesses, who risk their lives in the hunt, must wait their turn, watching as the males feed. The cubs, small and vulnerable, are last in line, their survival hanging on the scraps left behind. In lean times, the youngest and weakest may go hungry, their future uncertain in a world that shows little mercy. This harsh system ensures that the strongest, the hunters and guardians, are nourished and able to defend the pride, but it comes at a cost. In the savage kingdom, survival is never promised. Every scar, every empty belly, every hard-won meal is a reminder that life here is a privilege earned through courage, sacrifice, and unyielding determination. For the lions of the Savanna, every dawn brings a new battle, a ceaseless struggle where only the relentless endure, and every meal is a victory carved from the heart of adversity. For a lion pride, territory is not just a patch of earth, it is the very heart of their existence, the stage upon which every drama of their lives unfolds. This land is their pantry, where the grass teems with antelope and zebra, their nursery, where cubs tumble and grow under the watchful eyes of mothers, and their fortress, a living boundary that shelters them from the dangers lurking beyond. A typical pride's domain stretches across 50 to 150 square miles, its size dictated by the abundance of prey and the precious lifeblood of water. Every inch is hard-won, every boundary fiercely maintained. This kingdom is not merely a place to live, it is a legacy, a possession for which lions will risk everything. The pride's survival, its future, depends on holding this ground against all who would take it. The boundaries, invisible to the untrained eye, are as real as any fortress wall. They are marked by scent, by sound, and by the unyielding resolve of those who call this land home. The duty of defending these borders falls to the adult males, the pride's sentinels. Their presence is a living shield, a warning to all who would dare trespass. Day and night, their lives are a relentless cycle of patrol and proclamation. Each step along the boundary is a statement. This land is claimed, and its defenders are ever watchful. The males move with purpose, pausing to rub their faces against bushes, leaving behind a tapestry of scent that weaves through the grass and trees. With a spray of urine and the secretions from their scent glands, they lay down a chemical signature, an invisible but unmistakable warning to any who approach. Deep claw marks gouged into tree trunks serve as visual warnings, scars upon the land that speak of power and possession. These marks are the signposts of the kingdom, a message to wandering nomads. This land is claimed and its defenders are near. But the most dramatic declaration of ownership is the lion's roar, a sound that rolls across the savanna like thunder, shaking the very air. A male's roar is a force of nature, a deep, resonant call that can be heard up to 5 miles away, echoing through the dawn and dusk. This mighty sound serves 2 purposes. First, it is a rallying cry, drawing the pride together, reinforcing bonds, and letting every member know that their guardians are near. Second, and most crucially, it is an acoustic fence, a warning to rivals that the territory is occupied by strong defenders. Rival males lurking at the edges listen and weigh their chances. The roar is a challenge and a deterrent, a promise of battle should they dare to cross the line. When these warnings are ignored, the savanna becomes a battlefield. Tension crackles in the air as challengers approach, eyes locked, muscles coiled. The clash is sudden and violent. Roars turn to snarls and the ground is torn by claws and teeth. dust swirls as the rivals battle for supremacy, each knowing that only one can rule. These brutal contests are fought with everything at stake: the territory, the pride, and the right to sire the next generation. Victory means dominance, defeat means exile or death. The loser, battered and broken, limps away or falls where he stood. The cost of failure is high, and the scars of battle are worn for life. This endless struggle for dominance means that the reign of a male lion is often short and fraught with peril. Each day is a test of strength and resolve. Ever vigilant, the king stands guard, his gaze sweeping the horizon. For as long as he holds his crown, he must defend his family and his land from all who would challenge his rule. In this savage kingdom, only the strongest endure, and the story of the pride is written in the dust and the roar of battle. So on the vast African plains, the lion is not the only master of the hunt. Here, beneath the endless sky, two formidable predators, lions and African wild dogs, share a territory, their lives intertwined in a relentless struggle for survival. The lion, with its immense power and explosive speed, is the undisputed heavyweight of the savanna. Built for ambush, a lion can launch itself from cover, closing the distance to its prey in a blur of muscle and fury. When a lion pride hunts, they move with silent coordination, fanning out to encircle their quarry before the final devastating charge. In contrast, the African wild dog is a creature of endurance and unity. Lighter and leaner, wild dogs rely on stamina and teamwork, running down their prey over miles of open ground. Their hunts are a test of persistence, with the pack working as one, each member playing a vital role in the chase. But when these two predators cross paths, the savanna becomes a battleground. A wild dog pack, fresh from a successful hunt, may find itself suddenly confronted by a lion pride. The air crackles with tension as the lions approach, their presence alone enough to send the wild dogs into a frenzy of warning calls and defensive posturing. Lions, ever vigilant in defending their territory, see wild dogs as rivals and threats. When a pride detects the scent of wild dogs near a recent kill, they move swiftly and with purpose. The pride's dominant males lead the charge, their roars echoing across the plains, a warning and a challenge. Wild dogs, ever alert, sense the danger. Their strategy is not to fight, but to evade. The pack scatters, zigzagging through the grass, using their speed and agility to escape the lion's onslaught. Sometimes a few brave dogs will dart in to distract the lions, buying precious seconds for the rest of the pack to retreat with whatever scraps they can carry. Yet not every encounter ends in escape. When a lion catches a wild dog, the outcome is brutal and swift. Lions do not hunt wild dogs for food, but to eliminate competition. A single swipe from a lion's massive paw can end a wild dog's life in an instant, sending a chilling message to the survivors. These confrontations have lasting consequences. A wild dog pack that loses members to lions is weakened, its ability to hunt and care for pups diminished. The pride, meanwhile, asserts its dominance, securing its territory and resources for its own young. Sometimes the wild dogs attempt to stand their ground, forming a defensive circle around their pups or a hard-won kill. They bark and snap, darting in and out, trying to confuse and intimidate the lions. But the lion's sheer size and confidence usually win the day, forcing the wild dogs to abandon their meal and flee. The constant threat of lions shapes every aspect of wild dog life. They avoid areas with high lion densities, always on the move, always searching for safer hunting grounds. Their nomadic existence is a direct response to the ever-present danger posed by the lion pride. Even in moments of peace, the differences between these predators are clear. Wild dogs, bound by cooperation, share their food and care for their young as a unit. After a hunt, the pups eat first, the adults standing guard, ever watchful for the approach of lions. In the lion pride, hierarchy rules. The dominant males eat first, their authority unchallenged, while the rest of the pride waits its turn. This order ensures the strength of the pride's leaders, those who defend against all threats, including the wild dogs. In the end, Every confrontation between lions and wild dogs is a clash of strategies. Power against persistence, dominance against cooperation. Each encounter leaves its mark, shaping the destinies of both pride and pack, and ensuring that the struggle for survival on the African plains is as dramatic as it is eternal. The African lion is far more than just a magnificent predator. It is the heartbeat of the savanna, a keystone species whose presence shapes the very rhythm of life across the grasslands. Every dawn, as the first golden rays spill over the horizon, the lion's silhouette stands as a silent sentinel, watching over a kingdom teeming with life. As the undisputed apex predator, the lion's mere presence sends ripples through the herds of wildebeest, zebra, and buffalo. Their movements are dictated by the lion's patrols, their migrations shaped by the territories of these powerful cats. When lions hunt, they do more than feed themselves. By preying on the abundant herds, they prevent overgrazing, ensuring that the grasslands remain lush and vibrant. The savanna's emerald carpet owes its resilience to the lion's careful culling, a balance struck between predator and prey. This balance allows a tapestry of life to flourish. Herds of antelope, flocks of birds, and a myriad of smaller creatures all find their place in a thriving ecosystem, each thread woven together by the lion's silent influence. The lion's reign is not one of brute force alone, but of subtle power. Its influence cascades through the food web, shaping the landscape from the tallest acacia to the smallest insect, ensuring that life persists in all its wild diversity. Lions are nature's stewards, targeting the weak, the old, and the sick. Each hunt is a test of survival, a ritual that strengthens the herds and purifies the gene pool, leaving only the fittest to roam the plains. The result is a legacy of strength, herds that are swift, resilient, and ever alert, their young learning the lessons of vigilance and endurance from the moment they take their first steps. But the lion's supremacy extends beyond the hunt. When a lion makes a kill, it sets the stage for a feast that sustains an entire community of scavengers. Vultures descend from the sky, hyenas and jackals emerge from the shadows, and even the smallest insects gather to share in the bounty. Each morsel is devoured, each bone picked clean until nothing remains but the memory of the hunt. In this way, the lion is the great recycler, ensuring that no life is wasted. The energy of one animal is transformed, nourishing countless others and returning to the earth to spark new growth. The lion's image is woven into the very fabric of the wild. Its mane, golden and untamed, is a crown bestowed by nature itself. Its gaze, steady and unflinching, commands respect from all who share its realm. For as long as memory stretches, the lion has been a living symbol of strength, courage, and majesty. Its legacy is written not in words, but in the wind that sweeps the plains and the thunder of hooves that echo across the grasslands. The lion's likeness endures in the ancient art of the land, carved into stone and painted on cave walls, a testament to its enduring power and the awe it inspires in all creatures. Across the endless savanna, the lion's presence is a beacon, a living legend whose story is told in every roar that rolls across the plains and every paw print pressed into the dust. The lion's roar is the anthem of the wilderness, a sound that stirs the heart of the savanna, echoing through the dawn and into the deepest night, a reminder of the wild's enduring spirit. Yet even the greatest of kings faces challenges. The savanna, once boundless, now shrinks beneath the weight of change, its golden grasses giving way to silence. The lion's domain grows smaller, its kingdom fragmented, and the echoes of its reign grow fainter with each passing season. The challenges are many: dwindling prey, vanishing grasslands, and the struggle to find enough to sustain the pride. The lion's supremacy is tested, its future uncertain, yet the lion endures. In the heart of the wild, it stands as a symbol of resilience, a guardian of the balance that sustains all life on the savanna. The future of the lion is the future of the wild itself, a promise that the story of the Savanna will continue, that the king's reign will not be forgotten. The lion's survival is the measure of the land's vitality, a living testament to the power and beauty of nature. As long as the lion's roar echoes across the plains, the wild will endure, and the legend of the king will live on forever. Beneath the golden veil of dawn, deep within the sheltering embrace of tall grasses, a new story quietly unfolds. Here, hidden from prying eyes, lion cubs take their first breaths, small, fragile bundles of tawny fur, blind and helpless, dependent on their mother's care. Their world is intimate, shaped by the steady rhythm of her heartbeat and the gentle warmth of their siblings pressed close beside them. In these earliest days, life is a cycle of feeding and sleep. The mother's vigilance is absolute. Her body shields her cubs from the chill of night and the dangers that lurk beyond their nursery. Each moment is precious, for the Savanna is unforgiving, and only the most attentive mothers see their young survive these vulnerable beginnings. As the cubs grow, their eyes open to a world alive with wonder. Hesitant steps become playful tumbles, and soon the den echoes with the soft growls and squeaks of mock battles. Play is their first teacher. Each pounce, swipe, and chase hones the instincts they'll need to survive. Stalking shadows, ambushing siblings, wrestling with tails, the cubs learn the art of patience and precision, their movements growing sharper with every game. Outside the den, the wider pride awaits. The first introduction is a moment of both curiosity and caution. Older lions approach with measured steps, sniffing and nuzzling the newcomers, while other cubs dart forward, eager for new playmates. Bonds are forged in these early encounters, alliances that will shape the future of the pride. But the path to adulthood is fraught with challenges. Hunger is a constant companion, and not every hunt ends in success. The cubs must learn to wait, to endure, and to share what little is available. Danger is never far. Leopards, hyenas, and even the threat of rival lions mean that vigilance is a lesson learned early and often. Still, the days are filled with discovery. The cubs watch as the pride hunts, their eyes wide with awe as mothers and aunts work together, silent and swift. They mimic the adults, crouching low in the grass, tails flicking, learning the ancient dance of predator and prey. Each lesson is vital, each mistake a step toward mastery. Through hardship and play, through hunger and triumph, the lion cubs grow stronger. Their coats darken, spots fading as they edge closer to adulthood. Sibling rivalries give way to deep bonds, and the cubs learn their place within the intricate hierarchy of the pride. They are the future, nature's promise that the king's legacy will endure. As the sun sets and the Savanna cools, the cubs huddle together, lulled by the gentle rumble of their mother's purr. Tomorrow they will rise again, ready to explore, to learn, and to face the wild with courage inherited from generations past. In their journey, the spirit of the lion is reborn, a new chapter in the eternal saga of the Savanna. As dusk falls across the Savanna, an invisible transformation takes place. While much of the world prepares for rest, the lion's true advantage awakens, an arsenal of extraordinary senses, honed by evolution, that turn the king into a master of survival. First there is sight. Lions are creatures of twilight, their vision finely tuned for the hours between day and night. Deep within their eyes lies a reflective layer, the tapetum lucidum, capturing and amplifying the faintest glimmers of moonlight. This adaptation lets them pierce the darkness, seeing movement where others see only shadows. A twitch in the grass, a flicker of movement 100 paces away. Nothing escapes their watchful gaze. Even in the thickest gloom, a lion's eyes blaze with the promise of precision. Then there is the power of scent. With every breath, a lion reads the air, unraveling the stories carried by the wind. Their sense of smell is a living map, tracking the passage of prey, marking the boundaries of their territory, and recognizing each member of their pride by the unique signature of their scent. When a breeze stirs, it brings news, the distant presence of a zebra herd, the territorial challenge of a rival male, or the comforting reassurance of kin nearby. Through smell, lions navigate an unseen world, plotting their next move with every inhale. But perhaps most remarkable is their hearing. The lion's ears, always alert, rotate independently, capturing the faintest rustle or distant call. A whisper of hooves, the soft scuttle of a rodent, or the low growl of a lurking challenger, every sound is a clue, every vibration a potential opportunity or threat. Even when hidden beneath the tall grasses, a lion can pinpoint the direction and distance of sounds beyond the reach of sight. This acute hearing keeps the pride safe, alerting them to danger and guiding them silently toward prey. Together, these senses form an invisible shield and a silent guide. They allow lions to hunt with near-mythic stealth, to avoid ambushes set by cunning rivals, and to remain connected to one another across the vast open plains. In the intricate dance of survival, it is not just muscle and might that define the lion's reign, but the silent, unseen gifts that turn darkness into opportunity and wilderness into home. With every nightfall, these secret weapons are awakened, ensuring that the king and his pride remain both guardians and rulers of their untamed realm. As the last embers of sunlight fade and the stars ignite above the African plains, the savanna transforms into a world ruled by shadows and whispers. For the lion, night is not a time of rest. It is the theatre where their most vital dramas unfold. In the cool cloak of darkness, the pride stirs. Muscles ripple beneath tawny fur as lions rise, stretching and yawning, their golden eyes flashing in the moonlight. Night is their domain, a realm where their senses sharpen and instincts take command. The air vibrates with anticipation as the pride silently assembles, each member alert and poised for action. Hunger guides their purpose. Under the silver gaze of the moon, lions become masters of stealth. They move as a collective, their poor steps muffled by the dew-kissed grass. Communication is silent, just a flick of a tail, a subtle glance, a low rumble that barely disturbs the night. Together, they fan out, encircling herds of zebra, wildebeest, or buffalo that graze with uneasy vigilance. Prey animals are always wary, for they know the darkness brings danger. The hunt is a dance of patience and precision. Lions use the cover of night to creep closer, their bodies melting into the shadows. Every sense is attuned to the slightest movement. When the time is right, a lioness bursts forth, the pride exploding into action. The chase is brief but intense. Prey scatter, the earth thunders, and in the confusion the lions target the weak or unwary. Success is never guaranteed, but under the cover of night their odds are at their highest. Yet the savanna at night is not silent. Other predators roam. The eerie whoops of hyenas echo across the grasslands, the stealthy forms of leopards slip through the brush, and jackals dart in the gloom. Lions must defend their kill not only from the resistance of their prey, but from these opportunistic rivals. Sometimes a pride's meal is interrupted by the cackling approach of hyenas, forcing lions to stand their ground. Fangs bared, tails lashing, a symphony of snarls and roars breaking the night's calm. After the hunt, the pride gathers to share their prize. In the darkness, a rare harmony settles over the lions. Cubs tug at scraps, mothers groom their young, and the pride's bonds are renewed beneath the watchful stars. The night is also a time for socializing, gentle head rubs, soft purrs, and quiet moments of affection that reinforce the unity of the group. But the lion's night is not endless. As the first blush of dawn touches the horizon, the pride retreats to the shelter of thickets or the shade of acacia trees. They settle into slumber, their bellies full, their world once again yielding to the coming day. The savanna breathes a sigh of relief, knowing that, for now, the kings and queens of the night have surrendered their throne until darkness falls once more. In the world of lions, the night is where legends are born, alliances are tested, and the eternal struggle for survival plays out beneath the silent, watchful eyes of the stars. In the vast openness of the savanna, where distances stretch for miles and the grass whispers secrets, lions have developed a language as powerful and complex as their society. Their communication is a tapestry woven from thunderous roars, subtle scents, and a ballet of body movements, each thread essential for survival. At the heart of this language is the lion's roar. When a lion lifts its head and lets loose a booming call, the sound rolls across the plains, reaching ears up to 5 miles away. This is not just a display of dominance, it is a declaration of territory, a warning to rival prides, and a beacon that unites scattered pride members. The deep, resonant roars echo through the night, each one unique, carrying information about the lion's identity, strength, and mood, but not all messages are so loud. Along winding trails and on the trunks of ancient trees, lions leave invisible messages, scent marks. With a flick of the tail and a spray of urine, a lioness claims her pride's ground. Males rub their faces and bodies on bushes and rocks, leaving behind a signature blend of oils and pheromones. These scents linger long after the lion has passed, silently informing others of boundaries, readiness to mate, or recent meals. For a passing lion, a single sniff can reveal an entire story. Communication within the pride is even more nuanced. A gentle head rub is more than a greeting, it is a reaffirmation of bonds, a silent promise of loyalty. When a lioness nuzzles her cub, or when pride members intertwine their tails, these gestures knit the group closer together. Body language speaks volumes, a low crouch signals submission, an upright posture shows confidence, and a flicking tail warns of irritation or impending action. During hunts, signals become almost invisible, a twitch of an ear, a silent stare, a pause in movement. These cues coordinate the pride's strategy, ensuring that every lion knows when to move, when to wait, and when to strike. Even the positioning of their bodies, fanned out across the grass, is a silent conversation in motion. Vocalizations beyond the roar add further layers. Grunts and moans keep the pride in touch during travel. Soft purrs and hums soothe cubs or express contentment. Growls and snarls settle disputes or defend a hard-won meal. Each sound is tailored to its purpose, each silence filled with meaning. For lions, communication is survival. Their signals maintain order, protect territory, and strengthen the bonds that hold the pride together. In a world where every day is a test of strength and unity, the language of the lion is as vital as tooth and claw, an ancient code that ensures the king's legacy endures. In the golden heart of the Savanna, the lion's rule is not without challenge. The kingdom is shared and contested by formidable rivals. Each day a quiet war simmers beneath the sun-bleached grasses as hyenas, leopards, and buffalo test the lion's claim to dominance. First, the hyena, the lion's most relentless adversary. With powerful jaws and a cunning mind, the spotted hyena moves in clans that rival the pride in both size and coordination. Their eerie laughter echoes through the night, signaling not joy but strategy. Hyenas, shadow lions on the hunt, waiting for the perfect moment to steal a fresh kill. Sometimes the tables turn. Dozens of hyenas swarm, snapping and cackling, overwhelming even the strongest lioness with sheer numbers. But the rivalry is not just about food. Territory and pride are always at stake. Fights erupt in a blur of dust and fury, each side testing the other's resolve, each battle etching new lines on the Savanna's map. Then in the shadows moves the leopard, the solitary phantom. Unlike the lion, the leopard hunts alone, relying on stealth and silence. Its rosetted coat blends seamlessly with the dappled light, and with a single leap it drags its prey high into the trees, beyond the lion's reach. But the competition is fierce. When a lion comes too close, a leopard will abandon its meal rather than risk a confrontation. Yet sometimes the lion finds only bones, the leopard's cunning outwitting the king's strength. This rivalry is a game of shadows, played in silence and secrecy, where the winner is not always the boldest, but the most unseen. And then there is the buffalo, the living fortress of the plains. Weighing over 1,000 kilograms, armed with sweeping horns and unbreakable will, the Cape buffalo is both prey and adversary. A single buffalo can send even a pride scattering, but when lions work together, they become a force to be reckoned with. The battle is brutal. Buffaloes form defensive circles, horns out, protecting their calves with unwavering courage. A misstep by a lion can mean broken bones or worse. Yet driven by hunger, lions test the herd's defenses again and again, each encounter a lesson in patience, power, and respect. These rivalries are more than battles for food. They are tests of skill, wit, and survival. Every encounter shapes the destiny of the pride. In this tangled web of competition, the lion is both hunter and hunted, ruler and rival, forever challenged by those who share its realm. Here supremacy is never given, it is earned day after day under the unforgiving sun.